guys, we are back again in the Novelist. Sorry that it's been so long. I wasn't able to play it like I wanted to. So I forgot where we exactly left off. So we're just gonna, let's see, story so far. So the last thing it was when Linda and Tommy had a surprise visitors same weekend that Dan's friend was visiting. Don't know what that means, but okay, let's continue. Hopefully we'll finish this. Full house. Hopefully you guys could hear it well. I need to get 2 monitors, like, well, a bigger desk and then 2 monitors, because I want to record and play a game, but I don't know if it's recording properly or not, and I have to go back and forth. So space was to go into the lamps and stuff. Let's see. Honey, I'm sorry it's been so long since my last letter, but we've been all over the place. Have you gotten settled into the big house yet? I hope getting away from everything has been a help for you and Dan. I'm writing because, speaking of getting away, your father and I are going to take a road trip. I found some good AARP deals, and with your father only working part-time, it wasn't very hard to arrange time off. It's been too long since our last trip. I've always enjoyed changes of scenery, and as you're hopefully learning, it could be just a thing a marriage needs. Lord knows it's helped us. The trip won't take us close enough to the shore to come visit. I'm sorry to say, and if you write back, I'll be gone before your letter arrives. We'll call if one of our motels has long distance, but if we don't get a chance to call, send my love to Dan and Thomas. You know your father and I want the very best for you all. Love, Mom. Aww. Okay, this is the foods. Aww. Let's see. Anything new? The phone. TV. I hear some typing.
Hey, honey.
Guy, probably not expecting to hear from me, were you? You know I'm all about surprises. Look, we're gonna head up to the East Coast next weekend. We're doing the drive from LA to Seattle. I have an interview up there on Tuesday, and Kelly has a friend who's gonna introduce her to some casting people from Vancouver. Can we crash at your place on the way up? We should be pulling through next Friday. I was thinking we could use it as an excuse to jam on our books. I want to see your new stuff. I have a draft I want you to take a look at. I'm way beyond knowing what's good or not with my work, so I could really use your advice, and I'll give it to you straight about your new book. Is there a title yet? Could be impromptu writer's workshop, I guess. Anyway, I think it'll be fun. Let me know. T.
I thought Tommy was sleeping with us.
I'm checking to see if this is a fold-out.
I thought Tommy was sleeping with us.
Okay. Is there anything more? Cause I hear. Check upstairs.
Stared at a blank canvas again today. Got a few strokes in, but I don't like any of them, and I'll probably paint over them tomorrow. It's so frustrating going into that room every day and trying to keep working. It's easy to get out of the house for errands or go for a hike, but none of that helps the work as much as being around other artists. I'm not gonna give up. Maybe I can use this feeling in my new piece. Definitely. I'll try that out tomorrow.
Okay, I think that was it. They're okay. Forgot how I read thoughts, I think. Doesn't say. No. Oh wait, help. Let's see. Space. Okay, space is to read thoughts. No, it's not to read thoughts.
I'm checking to see if this is a folder.
Let's see. Let's go to Tommy. Aww. Is there another one? Oh, there's another one.
Let me call his mommy.
Can Davy sleep over?
Let me call his mommy.
It looks weird, let's see. And that's fine. So confused on how to read memories. Again. I mean... space. Let's go to Tom. Or Dan, whatever his name is. Is he in here? No, but...
I took Tynan up on the book jam. He hasn't seen a word of my new book, and fresh eyes are priceless. He bailed me out on Tramer's Way. I hope he understands how much of that book worked because of him. I still remember when we were walking to the pond, and he had the idea about using newspaper clips and police reports. Of course, no matter how many times I tell interviewers it was his idea, they just keep giving me the credit. Maybe they just want the tidy auteur version. Oh well, can't change that. Let's just hope he has an idea for this one too. Freddy can't get here soon enough.
Aw. Let's see, where is he? Ooh la la.
He can sleep with us. He can sleep with us.
What about Tommy?
He can sleep with us.
Okay, any more?
Should I have run the ad? I don't know if it would have helped a book, but I'd still spend all day kicking myself. Did I cop out? Is there some other reason why I didn't want to put the book out there yet? How am I supposed to believe I'm doing something that matters if I'm scared to tell the world about it? Damn it. Way to build your confidence, Dan. Should I have run the ad?
Is there any more memories besides that one? I don't hear anything. So
Hey.
check the fishing poles. Maybe we can find a pond. Okay. Let's see. Oh, look. How cute. Where are the fishing poles? I think they'd be downstairs, right? Maybe? Fishing poles. I'm also drinking soda too because my stomach's hurting. So sorry that you keep hearing the fizz. Okay, it's nighttime. Let's see. Anything going on here? Nope, nothing in the kitchen. Aw. Let's check the bedroom. The Diary of Claire Bradford, September 8th, 1961. Roger and I talked everything over today, and it was a mistake to speak so soon. I never should have bought any of this without making up my mind first. Now I've only made things more difficult. Guess I was daydreaming, and he asked me what was on my mind, and before I could help it, it just came out. Although maybe I wanted to get off my chest. I told him I wasn't sure it was the right time to get worried, and it upset him badly. And it didn't matter how many times I told him that I wasn't calling it off, that I just had questions, that I hadn't made up my mind either way. All he heard that I didn't love him anymore, which isn't true at all. It doesn't matter how many times I've said that either. He's gone out for a drive, and now I'm here at the house alone. I think I've made up my mind. I hope he gets back soon so I could tell him. Or is that like the younger version of this couple? Look at the sweater. Here's something back there. I just want to make sure there's nothing here that I have to look at before I don't think there was anything. No? Oh, yeah, there is. September 7th. I realized that this isn't about Roger, it's about me. I have to decide who I want to be marrying. Roger will set so many things in motion. We'll be a well-to-do couple, safe and secure with wonderful friends and loving families. I may slowly fade into being Roger's wife instead of Claire, but that will be society's doing, not Roger's. He loves me too much to do that. But what about my music? If I'm accepted at Berkeley, I don't know what we'll do. Can't ask him to quit his job a month after he starts. What kind of couple lives in separate cities as soon as they get married? The decision can't be this black and white, can it? Position and safety versus a crazy pursuit. Alone. Is there any way to have it at all? Do I even want it at all? Will I ruin everything no matter what I choose? I'm not sure what was first, what diary page was first. But let's go click the couple. And I keep taking the long way. Okay. Dan is so excited about getting... Oh, let's not read it, I forgot. Aw, poor Davy. Or Tommy. Okay. the bottle. It's night out again. Interesting. Assembly time, approximately 3 hours. Required tools, Phillips screwdriver, soft face hammer, 1-2 wrench, socket, recommended. This is weird, hold on. I don't know why it's doing this. Because I can't see the screen properly. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if I can fix it right now. Let's see. Trash bags, aspirin, salad dressing, beer case, popcorn, OG burn, og burn, bread. Yes. Aw.
Hey, bud.
Daddy!
Barb, I know I wrote yesterday, but I need your advice.
Oops.
Barb. I know I wrote yesterday, but I need your advice. I think Dan's drinking too much. And before you start to worry, let me say he's not an alcoholic. It's just because of the pressure he's under trying to finish the book. But you know Dan's never exactly been a health nut. He isn't gaining weight yet, though even that's just because alcohol kills his appetite. So he's hardly eating at night, which is another problem altogether. I don't think he sees what he's doing to himself, and I don't know how to break through to him about this. Sometimes I just want to say it's not like I have to get drunk to paint, but I know that's not the most mature way to handle it. Sorry for dumping all this on you, I just wanted to get it off my chest. Do you have any advice about how to talk to him? Yours, Linda.
Hey, bud.
Why don't you stop at 2?
I'm fine.
No, don't become an alcoholic, Bob. Please, don't. Don't become an alcoholic. And hurt our family and our son.
Mom tried to hide it, but I can tell when she's disappointed. I hate that they couldn't come, especially after they tried so hard to make time. Maybe if she'd called before they changed plans, it would have gone smoother. It's impossible not to think about the rough patches Mom and Dad hit without thinking about Dan and me. I should bring that up to him and see what he says. He's mentioned their history before. I'd love to hear his answer when I make the comparison. Can he talk his way out of that one?
Think that's it. No, I don't want.
I'm faster.
I hear a third one, it might be upstairs though.
Buddy, promise.
If he doesn't do it, I'll help you, honey.
Buddy, promise.
Aw.
I'm faster.
Aw.
Tynan and Kelly left this morning. I wish they could have stayed a little longer, but it was great having them. It felt just like college again. Fishing, having a few beers, talking about how we're going to conquer the world. Working through some issues on his book even gave me an idea for how to fix the logjam in Act 2. Funny how creativity works sometimes. I've got to remember to put him in the acknowledgments.
Okay. I think there's one upstairs. Oh, what did he do? Hit his foot? Yep.
Meow. Meow.
Okay, let's see.
Barb, I... If he uses that Hemingway quote one more time, pretty much every night he's either super focused on his novel or too drunk for us to spend a regular night together. That used to be our time. We would put Tommy down for the night, have a glass of wine, 2 at the most, and talk about our days or maybe listen to a record. Now I'm lucky to get 1 night a week where he's sober and not writing. Most nights he has a bourbon. No, wait. Make that 4. And I read in bed until I fall asleep. He tries not to wake me up when he comes in, but you're never as quiet and graceful as you think you are when you're drunk, and in a dark room, no less. Of course I want his book to be great, but I also want my husband back.
Oh.
Alan, hey man, this is going to sound odd, but I could use some advice. I'm in hot water here because, well, I've been drinking more lately. Man, there's just no good way to write that. I mean, I used to drink and write all the time in school. You remember that, right? I guess I got away from it when we got married, and definitely after Tommy came along. But he's in bed by 8:30 every night now. And let me be clear, I'm not blacking out or driving drunk. You know I'd never do something like that. I just have a few drinks while I'm working, safe and sound in the house. A writer who drinks isn't exactly unheard of. Wow, could I sound more defensive? But here's the hell of it. It's working. It's brought back that college hunger, that energy, and in the last week or two, the book's just singing. I don't even know what I'm asking here. Maybe I just wanted to start the conversation. If you get a chance, give me a call. Dan.
There's some pretty good voice acting in this. The Literary Register May edition inside the book. Summer Adam Squire's interview and something published. Because it friggin' cuts off. Okay, let's read Linda's thoughts quick. Because that's what we were gonna do. Aw. He even wrote and even did the alcohol bottle. Okay. Let's see here. Where is Linda? Linda. Jogging shoes are right there.
Hey, Mommy.
Hey, Pumpkin.
Vroom, vroom.
Let's do Linda's with the shoes. The jogging. Or should we do Tommy's? Let's see if we could click the car. But if we can't, then I'll do the running shoes. I'm gonna do the car. Okay, can't open the game. There you go. The Diary of K. Williams, May 8th, 1952. Jay is gone and I am alone. This is the sum of it. No other thought enters my mind. Wed 38 years, now alone. Senseless accident has taken Jay from me. What should I do with myself? I do not know. Wait, what I should do with myself? I do not know. Money is no worry. Time. That is the thing. There's so much of it still ahead of me. I have been blessed with health, but that blessing is now a curse. It is nothing more than a curse of time alone without Jay. I attempted to look ahead, but cannot envision a path without Jay for so long. For so long, I had no need to imagine one. The children do not understand why I have come to this house alone. They can not understand my loss. May 12th, 1952. I cannot say that I feel better than I did upon arriving, for Jay is still gone, but I do feel a change. Some glimmer of a path is taking form in my mind. I cannot describe it other than a narrowing of thought. Perhaps time alone is to be thanked, or perhaps it is something else, something unknown. Today I drive to MacLeod's to buy coffee, wine, and vegetables, although I was not due to run short of those for a few days more. I confess I went to hear human voices to be around the living. I conversed with a pleasant couple, and it did me no small measure of good. First words came out as a croak, and I realized I had not spoken in days. Small reminder of my solitary days here, alone with my thoughts, thinking of Jay, staring at the sea over the cliff. Though I must confess that my gaze always drifts from the sea to the edge of the cliff. Oh no, she's gonna commit suicide? No, please girl, please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, this car's still not fixed. Dad, why is the car still not fixed? Okay, let me check around the rooms before I... Let's check the office. Let's choose Linda's compromise. I don't know what the bottom said. Oh, he put up an art auction thing. That's cute. Okay, vacation. I'm not doing it chapter by chapter like some other people are, because sometimes the chapters get confused, and it'd be more easy to understand if I put it chapter by chapter, but I didn't do that when I first played and kind of stuck like that for a while. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm just doing it however long I'm up to playing this game or doing the chapters, and then I'll end the video. So, home to a stunning display of natural beauty, Ochoko National Forest is a perfect destination for hunters, wilderness enthusiasts, and a weekend camp for campers alike. One-of-a-kind rock formations provide exciting challenges for climbers. The many canyons that offer scenic hiking experiences, and the swimming opportunities are many. Located less than 5 hours from Portland and less than 6 hours from the Central Coast, Ochoko is perfect for summer getaway. For more information or request a vacation and whatever it said, I can't read it like I'm saying. Oh, he fixed his car. Aw. Let's see.
Be careful, honey.
Oh, his dad likes his drawing. Let's see.
I'm going out for a hike.
Can't get over there.
I finally got through to Dan, at least a little. He said I was nagging him, so I showed him the pamphlets Dr. Walker gave me. He couldn't explain away science, though he did try. I could tell he didn't like it, but he signed up to run 2 days a week. I wish it was more, but I'll take what I can get.
Good. Good woman, good. We have one more memory. Somewhere. Oh,
Okay, be safe.
there we go.
How was work?
You know, could always be better.
I think that was maybe the only one. Let me check. Nope.
Haven't had a drink on a weeknight in 2 weeks. Came up with a new slogan. Write sober, rewrite sober, rewrite sober. Hemingway it's not, but it's good to smooth things over with Linda and Tommy a bit. Gotta admit, I don't miss hangovers, but still, I do sometimes miss sitting down with a drink and a crazy idea. Hey, Tommy, having fun? Hey.
Hello.
Vroom, vroom.
Anne, what's the latest with you? I hope you're doing better than I am. I'm going a little stir-crazy. Dan loves it here, but he's just writing all day long, so he could be anywhere. I could use a change of scenery. I've walked every trail in the woods and even started a few of my own. It's great getting away from the city, but I wouldn't exactly call this roughing it. Tommy's certainly having a good time exploring the woods. Sometimes we go together, and if I'm in the studio, he knows he can play outside where I can see him, and to stay away from the cliff. Do you remember when we were kids trying to jump the creek in the woods behind the house? I think Tommy's getting into that phase now, climbing trees and all that. Oops, I got a little carried away there. You probably don't need to hear about all of our outdoor adventures. Sorry about that. Well, let me know how you're doing. Love, Linda. Hi, honey.
Hey, Mom.
I don't want to go camping.
Oh.
Blast off at Booster Bay. Come enjoy all the excitement at Booster Bay this weekend. We have a very special discount for all the young astronauts out there. Children under the age of 12 who bring their official Booster Bay Astrojet get free visitors to the park. Take a flight to remember on our world-famous rocket coaster. Explore the inner workings of 3 metal spacecrafts in our educational city in the sky. Treat yourself to burgers, ice cream, cosmic cotton candy, and more in the food court of the future. Then it says something
Hey,
at
Mommy. Hey, honey.
Then it says something at the bottom. Let's go upstairs quick after looking in here.
Three days in, I'm still trying to figure out where to take the new piece. It's changing as I go, which is always exciting and sort of the point, but this one feels a little aimless. I keep snapping out of a daze and realizing I've been staring out the window for 5 minutes instead of working. When we first got here, I was excited to have a studio with so many windows and so much natural light, but now it feels almost like a cage. Why be this close to nature but not be, well, in it? Actually, cage isn't the right word. This place is beautiful, and there are so many more trees than back home. I guess it's more of a reminder when it's right there the whole time, not just an idea or something for the weekend. Anyway, back to the painting. I'm not going to get anything done on it sitting here writing.
Okay, let's go to Tommy. He likes space, it seems like. Really likes space.
Vroom, vroom.
I've got to stay on the book. This is my chance to do something people remember, something that matters. If this one isn't good enough, there might not even be a next one. Certainly not one without all sorts of publisher strings attached. This is why we saved up enough to take the summer off. I'm out of excuses. Of course, a long weekend would be fun, but that's also the problem. How do you stay hungry when you've gotten used to weekend getaways? How do you recapture that feeling of being a broke college kid chasing a dream? How do you get back out on that limb again, scared it's going to break, but inching out anyway? Listen to me. Wound up so tight. Maybe taking one night off might help after all.
I don't like space. This is an opportunity and not a burden. Jim said you'd never make it. He said you're a joke. An idea that is dangerous is unworthy of being called an idea at all. Oscar Wilde. 1 page at a time. You could be working a regular job right now. Well, maybe they will go to space. I'm not.
Penny, thanks so much for your letter. It made my day. Tramer's Way came out a while ago now, so I don't get letters like this too often. Writing can be a pretty isolating profession at times, which makes it a big boost to hear that someone out there is getting something from my work. Your support means the world to me. To answer your question, I'm indeed in the midst of writing a new book. I don't have a title or a release date yet, but I'm plugging away on it slowly but surely. I plan to finish it by the end of summer, and I truly hope you enjoy it when it comes out. Thanks again for your kind words. Dan Kaplan.
Can't beat me.
Do not fear death so much, but rather the inadequate life. Bertolt Brecht.
Can't beat me.
Let's do the space camp. Somehow, maybe. I don't know how to get to that.
Hey, look.
Grab some firewood, build a bonfire, and camp on the beach. So they all want different things. But I think... Can't find the space one. Unless we click his bag. Yeah, I don't know how to do the space one. I'm confused.
Anne, what's the latest with you? I hope you're doing better than I am.
Hi, honey. Hey, Mom.
So let's do the beach one. May 15th, 1952. It is late, but I must record my thoughts. Perhaps it will help me make some sense of them. I should not say thoughts, as there is only one thought in my mind. I look back but a week and see when I arrived, my only thought was of Jay being gone. That sad thought has been replaced by another. What if I were gone as well? I feel regret in the simple writing of those words. If I am truthful, it is not a thought that has occurred to me before. I cannot be sure where it came from. It is almost as if it was put in place by something I do not understand. I must think of my family and their heartache. Our children have lost one parent. I cannot bear to hurt them again. Though they are all grown and have no practical need of me, yet I have no strictly practical need of Jay, and look at where that loss has left me. Perhaps I will venture into town tomorrow. Maybe some stranger unknown will show me some kindness, some small thing that plants a seed of hope. Suicide is never the answer, guys. If that's what this is leading to, it is never the answer for anything. I have not attempted it, but some of my friends have talked about it. And it is never the answer. May 16th. I feel shame looking back at last night's entry, yet it does clarify the choices before me. I could walk to the cliff, close my eyes, lean forward and be done. It would not be hard. Or I could find a path forward without Jay. I hold no hope that I will find another love in the autumn and winter of my life, but perhaps there is a peace to be found. I went to town this morning and stopped at the cafe. I sat at a sidewalk table, sipped some coffee, watching people pass now and then as they live their lives. I will never think of my time in this house fondly. The circumstances make such a remembrance an impossibility, but I know that my time here has allowed me to part the fog that clouded my mind when I arrived. I now know that there are two paths before me. All that is left is to choose. No, girl, no! Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. I'm sorry, Tommy. I just don't like space. The funeral. Uh-oh. Mark the 21st of this month on your calendars. For only one day, watch the world-famous Fighter 5 as they scream across the sky. When his death-defying feats of flying and display unlike anything you've seen, guaranteed to blow you away.
Anne, I just got off the phone with Mom. She told me about Grandma Joe. I know we expected it sooner rather than later, but this is hitting me so much harder than when Granddad died last year. Do you remember going to Grandma Joe's house after school on Wednesdays and playing until Mom got off work? How Grandma Joe always had a surprise for us? Even if it was just cookies in the oven, she'd always time it so the whole house would smell like them when we got there. I hope the minister captures those little moments because they don't seem as little now. I wish the circumstances were different, but it will still be good to see you at the funeral. What am I saying? You probably won't even get this until after the funeral. I guess I just needed to write anyway. Love, Linda.
Aw. Poor woman. Dan, big news. Got a call from Bracket Books in Eugene, and they want you to do reading from one song. Maybe some Q&A, some book signings, all that good stuff. I think you should do it. In fact, I'm going to be pretty pissed if you don't. Bracket is a big outlet, so if it goes well, orders for the new book will definitely go up. I don't need to remind you how long it's been since Trammer's Way came out. If you don't keep your name out there, no one will even notice you when you finish the new book, whatever it's called. Hell, speaking of the new one, why don't you read some of it too? Maybe the second chapter you sent me last month. That one was pretty good. Bracket Books, Eugene, the 21st. See you there, Paul. P.S. If you know the long game, you know the long game, right? Nailing this one could mean a bigger advance on the next book. Call Paul first thing tomorrow morning. Any possible way to move it? Is this thing announced yet? Aw.
Lynn, I'm so sorry. Tell me what I can do.
Just be here for me.
Aw. It's hard to lose someone you love. It really is.
I could tell Linda and Tommy were disappointed, but I wouldn't have been any fun on vacation anyway. Too stressed about getting to the finish line. I did try to have a little fun with the bonfire, which could have been described as roaring, for a good 30-minute period anyway. Getting out of the house turned out to be a good idea, too. Spending the night on the beach reminded me of a church retreat we did back in 7th grade. The smell of the bonfire gave me such a strong memory of a crush I had on Jenny something. Or was it Jennifer? I can't remember. But I do remember those flushed schoolboy emotions. I think I can use those for the scene at the dance.
I'm sure she is, honey.
Is she in heaven?
I'm sure she is, honey.
Oh. It's breaking my heart.
Most of you here knew my grandmother. For those who didn't, I truly wish you had. She was an example for all of us. Her warmth, her caring, and her smile were impossible to forget. It's still hard for me to believe she's gone. Without her, the world is...
Oh. Jeez.
So much for a choco. I wish I hadn't done so much research to find sites and trails, because now I keep catching myself daydreaming about them instead of working. I still need to get out of the house. I've done the Ridge Trail probably 15 times now. It hardly seems worth it anymore. Finding new spots is half the point. I guess tomorrow I'll check in town and see if there's a local guidebook or ranger office. Maybe there's something I haven't found yet. Something nearby is still better than nothing.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, bud.
Like, no. Oh well, I think his dance writing is really important too. May 19th. I have decided, and I am sure of my decision. I do not know which is right or wrong, only that my choice is my own. Took 3 days alone, letting whatever calming influences here, for I'm sure there is something, guide my thoughts. I thought about Jay, and talked with Jay, in my mind, and I know that this is right. I cannot think about the path not taken, only the one ahead. Uh-oh. Maybe that's the grandma? I'm not sure. I mean, it could be the grandma. Well, your grandma died, kid. You, can't throw a tantrum about not going somewhere. The road ahead. Hi guys, welcome back. I think we are on the last chapter from what I seen last night, because it seems like the road ahead chapter is the last one. Sorry, like I said, sorry I didn't make it into separate parts. I just wanted to, you know when you want to keep playing a game, that's kind of what it was. So it's like 2 videos with a bunch of chapters. Mr. and Mrs. Kaplan, after additional consideration, I'd like to augment my recommendation. I believe that the best course of action for Tommy's development will be continued tutoring throughout the school year. It will be important to coordinate with his teachers and make sure the lessons are aligned. As before, encouragement from both of you is a critical component. Mr. Kaplan, I observed that Tommy looks to you in particular for validation, which I believe comes from a connection he's made with your profession. If at all possible, it should be a part of his tutoring, although Miss Kaplan is more than capable of aiding him as well. I hope I haven't overstepped my bounds by contacting you, but Tommy is a bright boy, and I think with the proper support he can not only catch up, but excel. I understand you'll be leaving town shortly, but please don't hesitate to contact me by phone during the school year if I could be of help.
Barb, by the time you get this, we'll be on our way home, so don't write me back here. It's hard to believe this summer's almost over. So much has happened. The show, getting used to life up here, painting more than I have in years, losing Grandma Jo, figuring out where Dan and I are. Part of me doesn't want to leave, but I know it's time. They say you can't go home again. I think I know what that means now. I don't have it in me to explain everything here, but things will never be the same. I don't even know what home I'm going back to. The only thing I do know is that I'm ready to start painting again. For real, like I did before Tommy. I'm scared and excited and nervous all at the same time. I just wish I knew how we were going to make it work. I hope this finds you well. Yours, Linda.
Let's see.
You'd make new ones, buddy.
What about my friends?
You'd make new ones, buddy.
Mr. Kaplan, we have reached a decision and are pleased to offer you the position of Assistant Professor of Literature. We had many applicants for the position, and after careful review, we feel your history with the university and your status as a published author will give you a unique connection to our students. We apologize for the lateness of the decision, but administrative adjustments delayed our annual budget review, and the position was only recently approved for hire. Professor Strode will handle your course load until September 21st, at which point you will take over classes. We'll provide temporary housing for you during the speedy transition, but I need your answer as soon as possible. Your offer letter is enclosed. Please sign and return it at your earliest convenience. Thomas Castle, Literature Department Chair. Linda, I am pleased to meet you. Well, by letter anyway. I'm surprised we never met, considering how small our community is. But from your letter, it sounds like you may have not been as active as you'd like for a few years. Regardless, I'm very excited to tell you more about our work here. At a high level, the program is simple. We're a collective of artists who use our work for the betterment of our city. We host fundraiser galleries, donate our work to charity auctions, teach art classes. We offer both paid and unpaid courses, and all proceeds from the paid courses go to local charities, usually the food bank. Our free courses are part of a pioneer program we recently started, where we provide a safe place for victims of violence, members of our local AA chapter, and even parolees trying to get back on their feet. The program is still in its early stages, but we've been very pleased with the results. It's a very exciting time. Anyway, you'll find more details in the closed information packet. I'd love to talk to you about joining in person when you return to Laurelton. Rachel Pittman, Founder.
Going to the funeral alone was hard. There's a part of me that understands why Dan couldn't come, but I don't think I'll ever get over him not being there. What would Grandma Jo have thought? She probably would have had the perfect advice, something like what she used to say about living a balanced life, not just a balanced week. Dan coming to the visitation did at least make it a little more bearable. I have to give him that.
Aw.
I could even go full time if.
You can say it. If I got a real job.
I could even go full time if.
This could be it. An associate professorship at Hardesty? It's entry level, sure, but everyone has to start somewhere, and it's the perfect situation for writing. The sabbatical program alone makes the job worth it, and the thought of actually working with Professor May? Wait, I guess I'd be calling him Philip now. That'll take some getting used to. But moving's a big step. I can't imagine a new school with new kids would be easy for Tommy. I know staying in Laurelton would be better for him and Linda, but they aren't handing out professorships on the corner. This isn't the kind of offer you pass up without a very good reason. But I might have 2 good reasons. Tried to sleep on it last night. What a joke. You have to be able to sleep for that to work.
I want him to take the job,
I just talked things over with Dan, and we really have some serious thinking to do. The job at Hardesty sounds like a great opportunity for him, but moving would be so hard on us. I really want to join Art for All, and after everything we've been through with Tommy, it would be better for him to have some stability. I could even go full-time if Dan found a steady job, though I know he can't do that if he takes on extra tutoring with Tommy, and I'd never fault him for that. If we stay in Laurenton and Dan works with Tommy, I could still do the program part-time. Either way, it'd be better for Tommy and me than moving. But I know that professorship would mean so much to Dan. Can't everything be simple just once?
Nothing is simple. Nothing is simple. Sadly.
Two hours. We'd have to move.
How long's the drive?
Still can't believe how many people showed up at the reading. Maybe I haven't faded into obscurity just yet. But forget about the publicity. That's fleeting. Won't matter in the end. The best thing was having a deadline and hammering on that chapter. I think I finally evened out the voice, and I think Scott's backstory is finally settled. Never underestimate the motivational power of potential public humiliation.
Hardesty University. Co. Thomas Castle.
Paul, there were days when I thought this moment would never come. When I finish writing this, I'm going to pack everything up and drop the manuscript in the mail. My palms are sweating just thinking about letting it go. I had no idea how hard it would be to finish this one. It took everything I had, and it's hard to look back over the summer without laughing. To think the plan was to get away from everything and just focus on the book. But you can't get away from yourself. Life doesn't give a damn about geography. I don't know when you'll get this, or where we'll be when you do, or what you'll think. I know what I think, but objectivity left the building months ago. Some days I think this is the one. Other days I have a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach that says my career is over. All I can do is drop this in the mail and hope. Here goes.
Hey, Mommy. Hey, honey. Where's Dan? Like, really, I don't want... Okay, I'm gonna do that if you let me do it. I want him to go to the university. I also want a happy ending for everybody. Yay, my bike did it. Oh, poor Tommy. Sometimes life has to make you make. Sometimes life has hard decisions in it. That's the fact. I still want to know what happened to the woman with the diary and stuff. Like, did she actually die, or? Yay! His book went off. Yay! Aw. Our novel. He was a character in our novel. That was a...
A yard that's free of worthless moan, a ship on which we're all a-stowing, a tattered hand in need of sewing, with every rock.
That was actually a pretty good game, like, I have to admit. So, thank you guys for watching this series of 2 videos for the chapters. Should have did it in separate chapters, but I couldn't really put it down. So hopefully my videos will be better and more consistent and stuff, but I doubt it because we have a situation here where my aunt's staying here, so that's not gonna help. But hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.